Hi my loves, welcome back, welcome to my channel, welcome if you guys are new, and welcome to another day of Bookmas. I've been loving Bookmas so much, I have just realized how much I love doing reading vlogs and bookish vlogs and just talking to you guys on a daily basis. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because it means I'll be uploading so much more in the future, but I hope that's a good thing. In today's video, we are going to be finishing every series I am in the middle of. This is like, I think the fourth or fifth installment, I think the fourth, in this little series at the moment. It is one of my favorite videos to film, mainly because I'm in the middle of like 20 plus series, and this really helps me, I think probably less now though actually because of this series. It really helps me just like get through them. And this is actually future me popping in because I forgot to intro because I was so excited to like get started on this video that I just started talking about the book straight away. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction, a little bit of context before we jumped in. Get ready for an emotional roller coaster because these books that I read in this video really just threw me all over the place, but you know, that's the joy of reading. So yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on anymore and I'll just let you get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm currently reading, I don't know if I'm going to be pronouncing this, Vardaesia. I don't know, every single title in this series is so hard to pronounce, but it is the last book in the Medoran Chronicles. I am so scared for this. I am actually already about 100 pages in because I could not stop myself. I had to start it. I literally got this just the other day and already very excited to read it. Very nervous because I'm so nervous to see how this is going to get concluded. If you don't know, the Medoran Chronicles is basically about our main protagonist Alex. She stumbles across a land called Medora where they have a magic school where you can learn to harness your powers. She didn't realize she had magic blood in her, but she does. Also, the main world in this is called Frey, which I love. It's so great to see my name in books. Anyway, so we are following Alex through her time at Academy, which is what the magic school is called. Incredible sense of found family, incredible trials, mythical creatures, like everything you could want in a YA fantasy series. I will say this is a very YA series, so definitely go in knowing that. But apart from that, it's like, it's just become one of my favorite series this year. I actually started it this year and I'm going to be completing it this year, which that doesn't often happen for me. That really doesn't. It shows that I really like a series if I'm doing that. But yeah, after where the last one left off, if you saw that last like finishing series I'm in the middle of, I bawled my eyes out in that. I really truly just could not hold it together. So I am very nervous to go into this one. I think we're going to be dealing with a lot of what happened in that book in this book, like the aftermath of it all. And I don't know if I'm ready for that, but yeah, not much to say. I'm going to sit down and read for a little while though. I have literally been binging this all night. Well, it's only like 8:30, but I've been reading a lot and I'm at page 228 and I am obsessed. I feel like with the past few, this is really interesting lighting, but yeah, I feel like with the past two books, it's taken me a little while to get into them, but like, I don't know, for some reason, this one, I'm straight back in. I think I'm just so excited and I love the trials aspect in this one. I feel like every single book, what's really cool about this series is every single book has like a different kind of fantasy trope that it focuses on. I really can't with this lighting. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Yeah, kind of every book has like a different fantasy trope that we focus on and I just find it so much fun. I literally love it so much. I'm gonna put the bookmark in, otherwise I'll lose my spot. I don't know if I'll finish it tonight as much as I would like to, but like, oh my gosh, there's something about this world that's so magical, that's so much fun to be back in. I'm really scared I'm gonna cry when I finish it purely just because I'm finishing the series and I get emotionally attached to series and don't want to finish them. Yeah, that's a problem of mine and I have no idea what I want to read after this book. I'm feeling like either I'll be really brave and pick up something like the Zodiac Academy, crazy I know, or I'll be really timid and pick up like, what is it? Like the Pumpkin Spice Dream Harbor series, because that's like holiday-ish. So I don't know, we'll see how brave I am, we'll see how quickly I finish this. But oh my god, I am obsessed with it. I am obsessed with our characters, I am obsessed with our found family. The little line of romance is like, it's just been in the background of this series the entire time. And I feel like in this one, it's so cute. And I feel like you're just so attached to the characters by now that you're just like, I want everything good to happen to you right now. I am rooting for every single thing good to happen to you. I don't want one more bad thing to go your way. Like, you deserve the world. Like, that's what I feel like for these characters now. I love them to bits. It's not even funny. I just think like I've just formed such an emotional attachment. As I said before, this is a really YA series, so I feel like definitely go in knowing that. Like, it definitely feels like it's written for a very young audience, but sometimes I enjoy that. A lot of the time I enjoy it, if I'm gonna be honest. I really, really love it. So yeah, it's wonderful. I'm obsessed. I think it's so cute. Honestly, nothing's like shocked me too much yet, but we definitely had a few moments where I was like, oh my god, stop. Don't stop, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean. this is about, if this happens, if something happens that it seems like it's going to happen, I'm actually going to bawl my eyes out. Like, this will not be okay. I don't know. If this happens, I'm going to be so mad. Nah, this has got to be a trick. Like, this has to be a trick. Had me on the edge of my seat. The emotions I am feeling whilst reading this is intense. I feel like reading it all at once, like just not all at once, but like I've read a lot in one sitting it's just intensifying all those emotions. It is the next day, and I have an update. This morning I managed to finish the 5th book in the Medoran Chronicles, and I literally cried so much just because it was in the morning, which is why I didn't vlog it, but I don't want to leave this world. I love these characters so much. I literally have an emotional attachment to these characters now. Like, you have to pry this book out of my hands because I just don't want to like let go of these characters in this world. I'm actually obsessed with them. Like, you don't understand. I have not stopped thinking about them all day long. Like, it's an unhealthy obsession. I haven't felt like this since I read, like, I don't know, maybe like the Grishaverse. I know that we do have little novellas coming after this, so I will read them, but it's just not the same, you know. No, it's like, it's not a full book. I don't get to follow the whole story again. So it's just something I've had to accept. Hang on, I want my tea. It's something I've had to come to terms with. It's a sad day. You know, like, I feel like finishing series is meant to be a good thing. You're meant to feel achieved, all that kind of stuff, and I just feel empty. I literally just feel empty. So don't know how to overcome this one. I don't know what to rate this yet. I kind of want to rate it 5 stars just because of how wonderful it made me feel. There was a lot of like trial aspects in this that I really, really liked. There was so much about it that I really, really liked, if I'm going to be honest. I just thought it was wonderful. So yeah, I'm obsessed with these characters, with this world. Cannot get enough of them, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like it does feel very YA at parts, but like also that's kind of the charm of it. And I think going in knowing that it's a YA series, like, that's okay. That makes you feel okay. This series and the Dark Shade of Magic trilogy, oh, and the Magnolia Parks universe, because like we had the Into the Dark come out, they have just destroyed me. Like, Magnolia far above any else, but like just finishing them, I just kind of feel empty inside, and I definitely need another series that I like to continue to just, you know, make me feel excited again. It's a whole thing, really. I highly recommend that series. I feel like it's so underrated. It's just, yeah, you definitely need to read it. But reading that, like, and finishing this has definitely made me think I need to go on to read the Prison Healer series by Lynette Noni, because I can't believe I haven't read that series. Like, it's shocking to me. So yeah, I definitely think I'm going to go on to read that very, very soon. I need to get the physical copies, actually. But for our next read, you all have some control over my reading that I will never understand. I'm reading the 2nd book in the Zodiac Academy. This better prove me wrong. This really better prove me wrong. See, the thing is, if you don't know my thoughts on the first Zodiac Academy, I really wanted to love it. I really, truly did. And I just didn't. It just wasn't for me. Whilst I did like the world and I kind of like the Academy setting, there were a few cringy things that I probably could look past, like the whole Frey book situation. I can look past that. What I can't look past is the bully romance and the other romance that last time I said it on YouTube, I got censored, so I'm not going to say that. That romance as well. I just can't look past them. I really, really can't. And they're the 2 tropes that we're following in this book. My knees are going numb, so I had to go a bit lower. But yeah, that is what we're dealing with in this book. And a lot of you said, when I read the first one and really didn't like it, a lot of you were just saying how the second one just, like, it really gets better. It gets so much better. It makes it so much worth it. Like, you just need to read the second one. And I was like, okay, maybe, probably not. Somehow, here I am reading the second one. You guys have convinced me, but I am only 10% through, and I have already read a line that has just made me cringe so much I had to put the book down. And I know that's not like a reason to not enjoy the book. Like, it's something that you can look past. And I will say there's something about this writing that really just hooks me, and I have trouble letting go. And it's so easy to read. So they're the good thing. This isn't a spoiler at all. If you don't want to hear a quote from the book for some reason, go forward. Like, obviously it's very early days. Do you smell that, guys? He sniffed the air and my scowl grew. Smells like a bunch of orderless fae pretending they deserve a place in our prestigious academy. Is it raining assholes today? It feels like year 12 drama. It really feels like, not year 12, sorry, 12-year-old drama. That's what it feels like. And I just, oh my God. So those are my thoughts so far. That pretty much sums up my thoughts. But I am gonna keep reading it because for some reason I'm addicted to it. Couldn't tell you why, yet here we are. I am so confused. I don't think I have been this confused in my emotions towards a book in a very long time. I kind of can't decide whether it's, I don't know. I really, really don't know. There are so many elements of this that I hate, that I truly just feel so uncomfortable reading about the professor situation. Like, I just really don't like him as a character, number one. I don't know why. I think it's Tori likes him, like, honestly, I mean, off limits or whatever, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, I really just don't like him as a character. But then I have not been able to put this book down. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. because I've been wanting to read this book. It's a very weird experience. How much? I think I'm about 40% through. And yeah, literally just have not been able to put it down because something about it is so incredibly addictive. I just cannot stop thinking about our world. And it's very vivid in my mind. Whilst I originally found the writing quite like hard to connect to, I can picture the whole like common room type situation, all the dorms, that kind of situation. Like, it's all very clear in my mind. And I'm really quickly getting a very strong sense of our characters. I think the first one as well, I was just trying to like remember all our characters, so that was hard. Yeah, I don't know, I'm very, very confused. I feel like, as I said, so much of this that I really am not liking, and it's making me really uncomfortable to read, but also the world I really like. I'm starting to like the world. I'm starting to understand the world, and I'm starting to understand why you guys are like, you need to read at least a few more books in the series before you make an opinion. I'm just hoping that the tropes are gonna phase out. I'm sorry, I can't see the chemistry. I really can't. And maybe I'm gonna like regret saying that in a few books. Is this me agreeing to continue the series? I don't know. But like at the moment, I just can't see the chemistry between them. Like, oh, it is your teacher. And like a bully, like really. After the first book, I was just kind of like, there's no coming back from that. So I don't know what they're gonna have to do. And that's the other thing. I feel like the girls are a little bit of like, they're a little bit of a pushover because there's twins. It's 2 girl twins we're following, by the way. And yeah, I feel like they need to like stand up for themselves a little bit more. I feel like they're being a little bit of a pushover, and I'm like, girls, come on. I feel like they definitely could do with some. We'll see where this goes. I'm gonna keep reading all day though, because cannot put this down. I've said it once and I will gladly say it again. I don't think I have been ever so confused about a book. I feel like the most weird things just keep happening. Like literal weird things. I know that they're werewolves and vampires and sirens and everything like that, but like, why are they so weird? Like, why I'm sure a lot of this has to do with the plot later on, but right now I'm just confused. Right now I'm just like, what in the world am I reading? And yet, do you think I can put this book down? Absolutely not. It's insane. It's actually insane to me. I don't know what I think. I'm just trying to think objectively about this, because there's no way a teacher would act like this. There is no way. I mean, we're set in the world of vampires and stuff, I know, but like just the rationality line of things, like the morals of a genuine, decent human being, apparently that doesn't apply to our characters. And like, I just have to understand that to keep going forward. Can you tell I'm trying to be open-minded about this? Despite all my negative things, I am having a blast reading this. I cannot put it down. It's so easy to read. I'm at the 60% mark now. 61%. So yeah, I'm definitely getting through. By the way, I recently switched to a Paperwhite from a basic Kindle White, by the way, and God, it has changed my life. It is absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm genuinely quite confused. I just don't know what to think, honestly. There are just so many things. Kind of like wishing this was a spoiler vlog, because I could just dump. One of my mutuals, Mads Rafferty, she said that feels like reality TV. It feels like a trashy reality TV show, and I feel like she summed it up perfect. Like, you are not proud that you enjoy it. You're not necessarily rooting for the characters. You're getting annoyed at every single character. There is so much wrong with it, and yet you cannot turn it off and you keep binging it. That's what it feels like for me. So yeah, I get that. I really feel like that sums it up in the best way possible. I'm gonna keep reading this all night. All night. I did it. I officially did it. I officially finished Zodiac Academy. Number 2, Ruthless Fae. I have so many mixed opinions, but let me just say straight away, I'm gonna be continuing this series. I've kind of come to the realization that I think this is like the adult version of Twilight for me. I have such a guilty pleasure with Twilight. I think the Twilight books are so flawed. There's so much wrong with them, and yet I love them to bits. I love the characters, I love the world, I love everything about it. I have a fear that this is going to become my new Twilight. Except this is just on a whole new extreme of things I don't like about it, because there are just so many moments. I'm just like, what am I reading? Like, honestly, what am I reading? I am scared that I'm just going to be thinking that the entire series. I'm hoping that I'll just get so caught up in it that I won't be thinking that, but I am a little nervous that I'll just have that at the back of my mind the entire time and don't really know how to react when that is the case. I feel like what's really interesting about this is, number 1, the multiple POVs. They're not consistent. It's not like we go from, say, like, so Tori and Darcy, they're our main twins. And so it's not like we go Tori, Darcy, Tori, Darcy. It's like Tori, Darcy, Max, Caleb, Seth, then Tori, Darcy, Tori, Darcy, Tori, Darcy, Max, Tori, Darcy. Like, it's just random. It's really randomly paced, and I feel like the whole book, and I feel like the first one as well, it's just really randomly paced. It doesn't follow the traditional like beginning, introduction to all the characters, introduction to the world, introduction to the kind of key plot points, climax, and then conclusion. Like, it doesn't really follow that typical progression. And I will say it definitely makes you more intrigued, and it kind of makes it more interesting to read in a way. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I kind of feel like it does. And as I said before, it's really easy to imagine everything that's going on. I will say, I think I said earlier in the vlog that I thought Tori and Darcy needed to stand up for themselves a little bit more, because like, seriously, you're gonna let like those guys push you over? And they do, and they're like standing up for each other, but then they'll just like do something and I'm like, no, like, you were going so well. Keep that momentum. And they just kind of plummet down again. Definitely more cons than pros, but the pros were really big, like the fact that it was so addictive, and so that's kind of what's making me want to continue the series. I can't believe I'm saying that. I really didn't expect to be enjoying this. As a rating, I think I'm gonna go for 3 stars. I rated the first one like 2 stars. I think this one was slightly better. I've just had to remove myself from it. Yeah, I think it's like a 3 stars. Like, I couldn't put it down. It was totally addictive, but like so many elements that I'm just like, what are you talking about? So yeah, a very confusing read, I don't even know what to say. I'm like kind of shocked, but I'm glad I continued the series. I'm definitely glad I continued the series, and I definitely will be continuing it. I actually feel like I'm gonna be continuing it before the end of the year, because like, I feel like this is a really good series for this time of the year when I just want something fun, easy, like mindless, kind of shocking as well though, and definitely like entertaining. So I kind of feel like this is the perfect read for this time of the year. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't think that was gonna be coming out of my mouth by the end of this vlog, but anyway. But that brings us to the end of this episode, this sequence of finishing every book series I am in the middle of. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you did, I'm in the middle of so many series at the moment, so expect this kind of content very regularly from me, because I've got a lot of series to finish, honestly, and doing these kind of videos really motivates me too. So I hope you like them. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon in my next bookmas video.